This is on. Hi, thank you for joining Trina's Tip Tuesday. I'm so excited that we're doing this again. Yeah, we need our little light on. It's like really dark. Give us 1 second. We're having some technical difficulties.
There you go.
There you go. Is that a little better? I hope you can see me. It looks dark in here, but we had to pull the shade down because it was so bright back there. So today we're talking about all things security systems, and I'm really excited to be talking about it because a lot of times after we close a house, after a purchase has been completed, I'll have buyers ask me for different recommendations, and a lot of the questions are about security systems. So I've asked my friend Jeff Davis, who I know a lot of you know Jeff because he's an old Tallahassee guy. He's been around as long as us. And he's with Vector Security in Tallahassee now. And so I'm excited to have him talking about protecting your home, protecting your investment. Now that you've spent all this money, what do you do to protect it? So welcome, Jeff.
Thank you for having me, Trina.
I'm so excited to have you on Trina's Tip Tuesday. So first off, what is home security?
Well, home security typically is a security system that's monitored to provide burglar protection, intrusion, fire, carbon monoxide, as well as could be video surveillance. It really depends on the home, but it's a monitored system that alerts our monitored station in the event of an emergency to get you help.
Okay. So it sounds like it's kind of smart, and I hear things about smart homes. So what does that mean?
It can be. That's kind of the trend. In the past, burglar system or alarm was just that. It alerted if there was an intrusion, a door was open or a window was left open. Now the trend is more towards property awareness, smart homes, being able to control things remotely right from your cell phone. To control lights, to control thermostats, turn on the AC when you're not there or when you're on the way back home. Being able to check in with video cameras and check in on kids or pets or loved ones when you're not there. So that's kind of been the trend over the last few years, and that's one of the things that we offer.
You can turn my lights on if I'm not home? I mean, you can make it so I can do that?
You can do that.
I want to do that. That would be really cool. So some buyers that I just closed with the other day, they bought a home that has a security system already in it. So what should she do? And the previous owners, they didn't actually have it hooked up. They just had it so it would beep. That's
pretty common. It's a lot of times buyer will buy a home, and when they get in there, they realize there's already a system in there or pieces of a system. The big misconception is that they have to stay with that company, and they'll see the yard sign out front and think that they have to stay with them for good or for bad. That's not true. A lot of times we go into a home that may have some older equipment in there. We can upgrade that system. We can use some existing things that are in there and components and save them money in the long run, and just take over the monitoring and do that ourselves. So every house is different, and we do a free home estimate with every house.
Okay, so that was kind of in my next question is what should a homeowner do that's not happy with their current security system? Can they switch? So you kind of touched on that.
Yeah, sometimes it depends on the monitoring agreement. In Florida, most of the home security system monitoring agreements are 36 months. And so if you're inside of that 36 months, you may have to stay with them a little longer until that agreement.
Hi, Bonnie. I see you're watching.
Until that agreement's complete. If you're outside of that, typically you're just going month to month, and you can switch companies. It may involve paying off a balance. It might involve returning some equipment if it's leased equipment. But we can take a look at all of that and see about upgrading that. A lot of times it's an older system that, to be quite honest, there's new technology out there that we can take over and put newer stuff in the home than what was in there originally.
Anyway, okay. So how much does a home security system cost? And I know that's kind of going to be broad with all the different things you've been talking about, but
kind of like asking how much does it cost to put in a pool or how much is a house. Every house is going to be different. Every family's needs are going to be different. What might work in one home might not in another. What one homeowner might want 10 cameras in his home, the other homeowner might not want any. So we go in and do an evaluation based on what that family needs, and really customize and design a system for their needs and for that home. But most of the time it's less than what the cost of your cell phone or cable bill is going to be.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. So what can a homeowner do to make their home safer until they get a security system? Like, what could they do?
Very, very simple, common sense things. Trimming bushes back, trees trimming trees and bushes so that you can actually see the home. A lot of times homeowners feel very safe if they're not seen and secluded. Those very things also can make their house a target. Bad guys coming in, or fire, not visible from the road where neighbors can't see if you need help. There's those type of things. Locking car doors at night, not leaving valuables in your car, not making yourself a bigger target. All those kind of things. Having motion lights, that's a very easy fix that you should have with or without a home security system being in there anyway.
Okay. So if a owner lives in a nice neighborhood or a gated community, would you still recommend them getting a security system?
Absolutely.
Okay.
There no longer is really a safe side of town or a bad part of town or a good part of town. And you have to remember that it's not just a burglar system or the threat of somebody breaking in your house. You also have other dangers like fire that can strike anywhere, in any home, anywhere in the city. And being able to have that type of level of protection to protect you and your family if you're at home or if you're not at home is why I think everybody needs to look at home security.
Okay. So what makes Vector Security different from other companies?
Well, Vector, we get that a lot. People say, I've never heard of Vector, or my friend had Vector. We're a national company. We have a local office here in Tallahassee, right on Capitol Circle Northeast. We are the 4th largest security company in the United States now, out of about over 18,000 companies. We service all the way from Canada down the East Coast, all the way to Texas. We do burglar, we do fire, carbon monoxide, video surveillance. We also provide IT management for large corporations and Fortune 500 companies and franchises. A lot of those same places that we eat in and shop in all over the United States.
So you're watching us?
Everywhere.
That's kind of creepy. But it's true, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, we're being watched all over the place. So I'll tell buyers that sometimes too. When we go into a house, I'll say, don't say anything that you will be embarrassed about while we're in this property, because a lot of times sellers will have monitoring in the house and they will be able to hear how my customer and I are communicating. And a lot of times if that customer wants to make an offer on the house, they'll just blurt it out and show their hand right there, and it's going to be heard from the seller. Like if they said, oh, I would totally pay $300 for this house all day long, but let's just offer $250. Well, now the seller just knows that you're going to pay their price.
Yeah,
So-
we don't do that type of monitoring.
but that's not necessarily, they're monitoring it from their phone. Is that not what Vector does?
No.
Okay.
No. Our monitoring, what monitoring means is that there's a centralized station. Vector owns 3 of them in the United States. If your alarm goes off, it alerts the monitoring station to try to find out what the emergency is. They have to verify that there's an alarm. All alarm companies do. Have to verify that there's a true emergency before they can get medical personnel or emergency
How do
personnel
you verify
dispatched.
that?
Well, the way Vector does it, in most situations in our residential, we come right across the keypad. It's called two-way communication. They talk directly to you. They'll say, hi, this is Vector. What is the problem? You tell them there's a fire or there's a burglary. I need help. And they'll dispatch somebody. Some companies still use your phone list to call down through to verify if there's an emergency, if they don't get a hold of somebody, or call down all the way through your phone list and somebody says, yes, it's an emergency, I hadn't heard from the police, then they can send them. But that's what monitoring is. It's a monitoring station
It's not you
that's
spying
listening.
on us then.
No, it's we're not going to be monitoring you.
Okay. Well, that was my misconception. I didn't realize that. Well, thank you, Jeff. This information was awesome. I appreciate you
Anytime.
putting it out there. And we will post more information about how to get a hold of Jeff if you want more information about securing your home and protecting your investment. And we'll be back on another Trina's Tip Tuesday in a couple of weeks with more real estate related topics. And if there's anything specific that you really want to know about or that you want to see a Trina's Tip on, please message me or send me a text and I'd be, it didn't. My mom